Humanity is wild. We live our life in constant patterns, these instinctual ruts that we get in to protect ourselves, to avert pain, to maybe move towards something that's good. Maybe we just learned that something feels good and we keep moving towards it, maybe a negative eating pattern or a negative, substance use pattern. We just keep moving towards the thing that makes us feel better than our current state. And we move through life in this very animal instinct mode of not really dealing with our stuff, but just reacting to the world around it. Not observing the situation we are in, the feelings and the thoughts about it and what's going on, and not being present to say, oh, okay, my experience that I'm having here is completely based on all my old life experiences, all of my context and conditioning, and everybody else who's having this life experience here also has all of their experience based off their context and life conditioning. So everyone's there together, having these experiences, and if we remain unconscious about it, and we just move through our life the way we've always done it, and demand everybody else validate our ego and move into our way of doing it, we will always find tension. We will always find dissonance. We will always find pain, and we will always move back into more negative patterns. We will then do something to mitigate the pain. The story will grow. It will be somebody else's fault, deeper and deeper, until we can actually address our own pain and transform that pain and to transmute it into something else, something of joy, something good, to learn from the pain. So if you want to find the places that you're stuck on in your experience, whether that be, something you're doing, the pattern of what you're doing in your life. I don't know why this keeps happening. I've been in this same relationship 6 times now. I've failed my business the same way 3 times. What is this? The same thing is happening to me. I thought I went through this. I thought I learned this lesson. Well, here we are in humanity as the only common denominator for all of our mistakes. I am the only one in my life that has been there for all of the, big air quotes, failures. I am the only one that has been there for all of the times when something went south. And it was very easy previously to say, oh, this thing's fault, or that's fault, or this or that. And there was always a good story. I realized I could always come up with a good story. But it was always me at the end of the day within the pattern that was creating these negative situations in my life. So use the pain that the pattern creates. Use the pain of your experience to work back into the wound, work back into the original negative self-story and belief system that you have been holding about yourself. When we learn, for example, something in childhood that I'm not worthy, that my voice cannot be heard, and we go to, go into relationships of any kind, whether that be a romantic relationship, whether that be a business relationship. And if you don't feel like your voice is not heard, you will always hold back. Like from a meta level, from the time that you were a child, if you have felt like that you cannot be heard, that you are not worthy, that you cannot be seen, and that happens to a lot of children, you will feel that way in all of your relationships. So when you need to say something that's on your mind, you're not going to say the thing that's on your mind. It's going to build up in your own heart. Your feelings will compound upon themselves. Your partner, whether that be platonic or whether that be some type of business relationship, will then feel that build up. You'll be acting weird. They'll think that they did something. They feel attacked, and it starts the whole cycle of all that contention in humanity. So we have to go in first and clear these things out of ourselves. And to find those places, look for your patterns and find exactly what you've been doing to yourself. If you've been trying to find them and you just are like, I don't know what's going on in my life, please hit me up for an emotional alchemy session. That is exactly the work that we do.